live from Haverfordwest, and also live from Haverfordwest this morning, we have John and Becky Evans joining us. A very good morning to you both.
Morning.
Now then, the reason you're joining us is that you have become famous this Sunday, well, last Sunday evening, you were on S4C's Priodas Pum Mil programme.
We were, yes.
And translate that for us.
Wedding for £5,000, basically, yeah.
Oh, so did you manage to achieve it?
Yes, we did.
Yes. We did. Yeah, they did.
We did, yeah.
Well, Tom was very jealous, actually, but because he'd done a wedding and that didn't cost £5,000, did it, Tom?
No.
There were so many local businesses that were so very good to you.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Very lucky.
They really
Yes,
were.
we are.
How did the whole thing come about?
Well, how did it come about?
Well, I picked the kids up from school one night and then I went on Facebook and there was an advert there saying, no, we're looking for contestants, all in Welsh, basically. So I filled the application in and it took about 4 attempts to send it and they wouldn't send. So I lost my temper, put the phone down, and about 20 minutes later then picked it up and it was saying send again. So I went through. And then about 4 days later, a phone call to say, doing in here, Priodas Pum Mil, thank you for the application. And so she said, let me know. We'd love to have a Zoom meeting. So I said, okay. So put my phone back in my pocket. 10 days later, I forgot all about it. So I thought, all right, okay. So phoned this last number that before the phone rewipes itself. And they said, sorry, you're a bit late now. Loved your application, but really, we've had 80 applicants. Really sorry, And I said, don't worry, Becky can wait another 18 years. You've been engaged for 18 years. Don't say that. Right, can you do 4 o'clock this afternoon on a Teams meeting? And I said, yeah, definite. So
bearing in mind at that time, I had no idea he'd entered us.
No idea, yeah.
No idea.
No idea at all.
Full of surprises there then, John.
Oh, yes.
And it got worse from there.
Yeah, he came home and said, we need to meet with someone in 2 hours' time. I was working at home and I didn't know what to say.
No. And Becky had never seen the programme anyway, so she didn't understand how it worked and she thought it was the same as Don't Tell the Bride, but obviously it didn't work out.
Where the bride's completely excluded from all the proceedings. And I suppose that's what's quite nice about this programme is that you do get a lot of input at the beginning and then you kind of let it go.
Yes. So we met with the producers and we had quite a few Zoom meetings and in person just to say, well, what would you like? Because it's your day. What would you like? So we were just giving different ideas and, how we wanted it to be really musical. And, she gathered all the ideas, but then it was over to the chosen 5 that we had to pick to organise it all, which, again, I was not best pleased about because it's taking the control away then, isn't it? And so I was a bit nervous, but they did amazing.
Yeah, and it was your family that stepped in then to be able to choose everything for you.
Yes. We chose your brother and wife, and then my sister and her husband, and then my friend then Emma. So they had a big task to try and
sort it out.
And plus Priodas Pum Mil had never hadn't come to Pembrokeshire for a very long time to do the show, so they were really out of they didn't know what companies to use or shops to use, and so it was
really good.
It was a challenge for them as well.
New for all of them.
I was going to say there was a friend of Pure West Radio's, Geraint, dressed for the occasion.
Yes.
I know that you went to his shop. John, tell us about the first outfit that you tried on there.
Well, they said to me, from the very start, it was like February last year when we had the first interview, and Becky said, I go singing, and John comes sometimes and dresses up as Elvis,
Yeah.
So they wrote it all down and remembered everything, and then.
But I didn't want him to dress as Elvis.
No. So she said to me about 2 days before Geraint's the shop, and then she said, little Dickie Bird tells me you dress up as Elvis, and I said, Ooh, yeah. Or can you play a prank on Tristan, the producer, like, you know?
Presenter.
I said, yeah, no problem, you know. So that's how it went, like, you know.
So he was not aware until John stepped out.
No, he was mortified.
Yeah, it said, this is how I'm going to go at the wedding.
Yeah.
Because he said, oh, what colour suits do you want and everything? And I said, I don't know, strange. I had a premonition this morning. I said I got married in white, you know. White, he said, white. And I said, yeah. So he didn't know that the suit was in the back with Geraint, like, you know. So, yeah, if everybody Geraint, he went along with it.
He's
really
good.
Like, really
He's
good.
been amazing.
Yeah.
Yes. What's it like having all those benchmarks filmed and having a crew with you as you're going through the planning of your special day?
Yeah. I was a bit out of my comfort zone because it was a lot of filming, you know, filming in the house. We had to film in Broadhaven. We had to film in the middle of a field with a drone flying around us.
And a lot of kissing.
Yeah. So we were like, what, on a Wednesday?
On a school day?
Yeah, school day as well, yeah. So, it was really, but they were amazing, absolutely, because I was thinking, oh gosh, you know, I was really at my comfort zone. John loved it, absolutely loved it, but then I loved it. And now we miss it.
Yeah.
We really miss it. So, but the S4C and Boom were amazing, absolutely amazing. Yeah. And they kept saying to us, it's your wedding. Just because it's a program, it doesn't matter. This is your day. So, and their focus was that all along. So that was nice.
Yeah, really good. Nice. Yeah.
And I know that music is a very big part of both your lives, and it did feature, you know, throughout your whole wedding, even down to the flowers that you had made.
Yes.
Incredible. And you did something very, very special as well.
Yes, we did. Yeah. We've always said, since he engaged, asked me to get married in 2006, that we would sing a duet together. He needed a lot of practice, mind. So we had that all along that we wanted to do that. So it was. But none of the chosen five knew. Nobody knew at all.
Oh, that was a secret for them. Then.
So they didn't know. Yeah, only John and myself knew, and obviously the presenters and producers then. And the studio guy who was amazing, Paul. And then and we always liked that song then, Perfect by Ed Sheeran, but we wanted to do it in Welsh, so translated it then to Perffaith. And you're Welsh speaker, so you were fine, so I had to learn that, and it was lovely. It was really it was lovely.
Sealed the day off.
It did. I
was going to go back to the program actually, and your children all had a part to play in it as well. And I know that, is it Megan who's very musical?
Yes, Megan's really musical. So she put together a Coldplay medley, but she blended it with some classical music at the start. So she recorded it then for us to walk into. So that was really nice. So and then Caddy then did the cakes because Caddy's a baker. So that was fun, recording a baking show in our house. And then then he was in charge of the rings. So yes. Well, he didn't want to do it, so he told us that at one time he wasn't even coming. So so we decided then that he would come a month before it was happening.
A couple of weeks.
So at the age of 6, I thought, okay. He said, I can't stay with the dog, can I? And I was like, no, you would come. So he said he would come. So that was nice.
How long was the whole process then of when the camera arrived and the wedding?
It was about the 7th of February last year. I had the first phone call. Well, I sent the message, and then we heard nothing then until about. Nothing really happened. They said,
March.
We'd been accepted and we were in March, wasn't it?
It was because they had other weddings before, and we were like November.
The last one, then,
Their focus was the other weddings, so we didn't hear anything for a while, and the chosen five were getting really anxious because they were like, well, we should be doing something. Surely we should be doing something. They're trying to remind them that they've done this now for quite a lot of series. They know what they're doing. So it started from then, wasn't it? And then
we had a phone call in about July to say, the venue's been booked, the church has been booked, where you're getting married has been booked, and they've just done it all straight away. And they do it every day, didn't they?
There wasn't any they said the 2 venues would be booked, as that's what they said. Even though we did request the church, but we knew it was one of 10 churches.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
and we did have to meet with the vicar, and she was the vicar for one of 10 then. So yeah, we couldn't even read the bands, nothing. We had to do that with her in a different way, and she had to present it then in church too with other vicars. So it was done properly, but we couldn't attend like you would normally. So that was
Andy,
and she did very well, not disclosing anything either. So and no practice. We had no rehearsal for the church at all.
Just turned up
on the day and thought, oh dear.
To be fair, I pretty much did the same thing. If it wasn't for Mark and Luke, I don't think I'd be married right now.
Do you know, it's really nerve-wracking. But there was no rehearsal, was there?
No, nothing.
Gosh. I did it in house though. I made people walk down the aisle to the Coldplay medley. And I was like, right, it's your turn, you go. And then they were slow, and I was like, well, you've missed it. So it was like, so yeah, it was fun. It's all been fun, isn't it?
Yeah, it was great to see lots of local familiar faces, lots of local places on the program as well. And John, you even had very familiar faces take you to the venue.
Yeah.
Wow.
Couldn't believe it.
That was a lovely moment. So Becky, you ended up with a lovely wedding car.
John, I did.
How did they get you to the church on time?
Yeah, just about. Yeah.
In
a milk float.
I think the plan was a milk tanker, but where the church was, they couldn't get the tanker in there.
Yeah.
Of course.
So that's why it ended up being like, but I think they did try and get one of the old-fashioned milk floats. That was the plan.
Yeah.
And that was what they envisaged anyway. But it ended up being quite a modern,
all fun.
But yeah,
it was great. It put the comedy aspect into it there, John.
He loved it. He loved it, but my car was amazing.
Yeah,
it was. We were very, very lucky with everything.
Yeah,
very good.
From the connections, you were dressed by Geraint from Just for the Occasions, homemade cakes. You're up in Krieg Glass, up in St. David's, Prendergast Church was where you got married, and it's all been filmed and documented for you. You did a life lens photography with you.
Yes, he was amazing.
Oh.
Yeah, absolutely amazing. And I think if it wasn't for Chris from Life Through the Lens, I don't think I would have been sane on the day. He was so calming, so calming.
But
I had a wedding planner as well all day. So so because we were with the producers and the presenters then, throughout since February, March, and we started filming in September, didn't we? For filming of the dresses, filming of the suits, etc. On the day of the wedding, then I had a wedding planner then called Allow, because the producers needed to concentrate on the show and not the wedding. So she made sure everything ran from start to finish.
She's very bossy.
She was very bossy. She was very bossy to John because he kept wondering.
I'm just going over here.
Yeah, and she's like, no, you can't go there yet. Or she was taking a drink off him and saying, you can't do that yet because we've got to do that. And but it was all and all the things he knew that needed to happen. But he's John.
And my eyes lit up on Sunday, actually. Sorry there, Tom. When a big coach turned up at the venue.
Yes. Yeah, Whitlam Millwest Choir.
Brilliant.
Yeah, they were in the church as well.
Because you used to sing with those, didn't you?
I was in Half the Rest, those with,
and Half the Rest. But did you used to do some singing with them, Becky?
I've done a few concerts with them as the soloist. So it was lovely, and they were in the church and they sang in the church as well, and they sang us out in the church. So we thought that was it. We didn't expect them to be coming back at the night, where we were able to join them then and sing with them.
Oh, they wouldn't miss a party.
Oh no, they come in their coaches and full choir, wasn't it?
Yeah,
with Havina then conducting, and it was amazing, and everybody.
They sang for an hour and a half, didn't they?
And everybody from, because we had people from all over, not just from Wales. So hearing a male voice choir, they don't hear very often. So it was a nice treat for everybody, wasn't
it? Yeah.
And you're still sat next to each other. So being married hasn't changed that much.
Not yet, no.
He's lucky I agreed to this show, mind, because I was thinking, oh my gosh, after 18 years as well is a long time.
That's why I waited 18 years to make sure.
And I kept saying to him, don't rush it. Why are we rushing it? And he was like, well, how can we be rushing it after 18 years? But I'm glad we did it. And it was just, and they listened to everything that we said we'd like initially. And it was just wonderful, isn't it?
I'm free.
But down to even celebrations, wedding shop. She was amazing, Jo, there in Milford. And again, she was nervous on the camera, but she did amazing. And even the florist lady.
There was a lot of tears.
Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your story with us here this morning. Denise Dargan, morning everyone. How amazing is that? Congratulations to you both who's watching online right now. And we're going to listen to you now.
Oh, our song.
Yeah, your song is coming up next in just a moment. So stay tuned for that. So congratulations.
Thank you, Tom.
Thank you.
And to the whole family. And we're in just a second, John and Becky are going to sing Perffaith for us here on the radio. This is what you had your first dance to.
It was, yes. It was.
And you get to relive your day over and over and over again because it's on the iPlayer.
That's right.
Yes, and they've given us copies of the show of the full show that was on the telly and with subtitles, and they did a music video for our song, which we didn't know was happening. So we've got copies of that and the song and all the speeches all been sent to us already. So we can
relive
relive it all. So but yes. Amazing. It was perfect. It was perfect. Perfect.
It was. Thank you both so much for sharing
thank you for having us.
Your wedding journey with us with Priodas Pum Mil on S4C. Thank you. And go, like, what do you say to someone? Like, have a lovely life together.
Yes, what's that in Welsh? What's that in Welsh?
Don't bother.
What's it in Welsh?
Go to the pub.
Go to the pub.
Iechyd. We'll leave
Iechyd.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Never lose connection with your team again thanks to Clever Communications.